The resolution is adopted unanimously. We have a lot of work ahead of us, but this is an important step.
In January 2021, the Alexandria City Council issued the All Alexandria Resolution, acknowledging the city's part in a history of oppression and systemic racism. This resolution sets a path forward to honestly and truthfully acknowledge our past and to set forth a vision for our future where all Alexandrians are going to be prosperous.
Whereas Alexandria's history mirrors our country's past and is built upon a foundation of interpersonal and systemic racism.
And whereas Alexandria acknowledges that the shoreline of the Potomac River, where Alexandria is located today, has been a lush and resourceful home for centuries.
To indigenous peoples of the Conoy Paramount Chiefdom and the nearby Powhatan Paramount Chiefdom, long before the modern community was formed.
Whereas indigenous peoples are the original victims of physical violence and oppression through forced removal and illegal confiscation of their native lands
for the purpose of settlement and colonization by European settlers, which laid the foundation for the dehumanization and systemic discrimination of other human beings of color.
And whereas Alexandria acknowledges its part in the domestic slave trade and as a place of refuge for thousands escaping the bondage of forced enslavement during the Civil War. And as a home of Jim Crow, where two known lynchings of African-American teenagers, Joseph McCoy and Benjamin Thomas, in 1897 and 1899 respectively, occurred, and a city that resisted peaceful efforts by African Americans to open public facilities to all Alexandrians.
And whereas Alexandria has continued to evolve into a diverse community of over 145 nationalities and ethnic backgrounds, this legacy of racial oppression and white supremacy resulted in inequitable practices and policy and created systemic marginalization, particularly of people of color, that still impacts our community.
Alexandria's indigenous, Black, Latino, Asian, multiracial, multi-ethnic, and immigrant communities continue to experience disparate outcomes across all measures of well-being, and whereas systemic and institutional racism are the conduit by which other forms of oppression,
Ableism,
ageism,
Sexism,
Homophobia,
transphobia,
xenophobia take root, and whereas people who live, work, and visit in Alexandria today continue to experience bias, discrimination, and unequal outcomes and/or treatment in every field and sector,
including but not limited to government, housing, employment, environment, wealth, healthcare, education, transportation, the legal system.
And whereas today, Alexandria recognizes, acknowledges, and is atoning for its past actions and policies that excluded, targeted, or oppressed people
due to their color, race, national origin, ancestry, gender, gender identity, age, ethnicity, religion, ability, culture, sexual orientation, language, and
whereas every Alexandrian must reckon with the city's historical past, as well as our explicit and implicit involvement and contributions to the institution of American slavery and the subsequent and deeply rooted racial inequities of today.
And whereas Alexandria must act deliberately, thoughtfully, thoroughly to end racial injustices and structural inequities by frank examination and fair and just inclusion of all Alexandrians.
And whereas Alexandria recognizes that meaningful community involvement, input, and investment is both desired and necessary to identify, explore, develop, and implement policies, measures, and accountability in the pursuit of fair and equitable outcomes for all Alexandria.
Whereas Alexandria recognizes a shared community with the Alexandria City Public Schools and the urgent need to align our movements around race and social equity.
Whereas community-centered, community-driven strategies and solutions can provide valuable and innovative partnerships and create lasting change. Whereas through engaging in holistic restorative justice work, all Alexandria can begin healing from generations of racial trauma.
Mientras buscamos y acogemos una comunidad multirracial, antirracista, interseccional,
intergeneracional, donde todos los habitantes de Alexandria realmente prosperan y
And whereas the emerging diversity of our community is our strength and is to be uplifted, while our inclusivity must be genuine and codified for the betterment of all Alexandrians.
Whereas we recognize ourselves as one interconnected, interdependent human family that celebrates and honors the diversity of all Alexandrians.
And whereas we invite our entire community to work in collaboration with the city to achieve this vision for all Alexandria.
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 For all Alexandria.